Every pro player loves to talk about the fundamentals and how they are so important.
What I had to do was work on the basics and the fundamentals. Well, they relied on their athleticism and their natural ability. And because I stick to the fundamentals, it just caught up to me.
Basketball isn't a game, it's an art form. You master the fundamentals so you can forget them, so you can improvise and just concentrate on what really matters. Getting buckets.
And a lot of guys and a lot of kids are not developing their skill, not developing the fundamentals.
They try to have them do all this fancy stuff versus like the basic stuff. And so I teach my kids the most basic stuff and we just do it over and over.
It sounds like a holy mantra, but what does it actually mean? Definitely not this, right? Because let's be honest, unless you're a complete beginner, this is not helping. Namaskara machas, welcome to School of Sauce. Today I'm asking some pro players and coaches, what do you mean by fundamentals? So here's what Shireen, the ex-captain of the Indian women's team, now has her own academy. Here's what she has to say. It's the roots of the sport, the roots of any skill. Your basics have to be strong.
It is like the bricks to a building.
It's something you can't see directly, but everything that you do see is built on that. It's like the foundation of Burj Khalifa or the roots of this huge banyan tree. So there are two parts to it. One part is the skill fundamentals. My coach Innocent, who used to play professionally in Africa, he calls this the foundation on which everything is built. So he takes the example of shooting. You need to be on balance, you need to get your eyes on the ring, you need to align your elbow, and you need to hold your follow through. Then if you come to dribbling, you need to protect the ball, self fakes, shift your defender out of position, and then use your footwork to get wherever you want to be. Talking about the dribbling moves, I actually have a full video on how you can master any dribble move by breaking it down to these fundamentals. I'll link it for you at the end. Then you have defense. You need to show your hands, get low, beat the man to the spot. You have rebounding, where you need to get inside position. It's called a box out. And again, get low. When you're passing, you need to make sure you get the right angle. Don't pass to where the man is, pass to where he is going. These kind of stuff, Now, fundamentals will look different for every player. Like someone might have a higher release, someone might have a lower release, some will dip less on their shots, some will dip more, some protect the ball by using their body, some like to dribble low. So how they do it changes, but the why always remains the same. Like you always protect the ball, you always try to put it in the basket. What fundamentals definitely isn't is top 5 go-to moves to add to your bag today. Because see, you can make the most terrible looking move, but if you do it in the right situation with all these things correctly, even that move will work. Now, if all these skills are the hardware, your game sense is the software. It's about deciding what you will do. This is what Lalrina, Indian team player, one of the most unique, one of my favorite guys to watch. Here's what he has to say. It simplifies the game and makes every single skill you have that much more effective. Like fundamentals can be dribbling, shooting, etc., but decision making should be taught early. So recognize some common patterns and understand what to do in each situation. So first off, you want to control the paint, okay? Because from the paint, it is really easy to make any kind of ridiculous layup, much easier than anywhere else on the court. And from the paint, it's easy to pass like literally anywhere in that entire half court. So you want to control it. If you're on defense, you want to lock down the paint. And if you're on offense, you want to get in and create a big mess. Also, you want to avoid dribbling towards the sidelines and the baseline, because here they can just send 2 people to pressure you and you have no space to go back and make a good play also. Now, control the paint doesn't mean everyone goes and stands there, okay? No. The next important thing is spacing. See, if every one of you is standing together, it's easy for the defense. One guy can guard 3 people. So use the entire half court. Spread out to the corners, 45, and yeah, of course, the paint. This way, you're making it difficult for the defense to guard 2 people at one time. And you have the space to actually make any kind of move, shift them. So this means you can beat your man. And once you beat your man, you either will have an open shot, or most times, if the opponent is kind of smart, there'll be help defense. And this is where the next part comes in. You need to understand advantage. Now one man is guarding 2 or 2 are guarding 3. Basically, you have more numbers. So that is what is advantage. You should always look to create these advantages. If you're setting a screen, if you're doing a handoff, give and go, this should always be your main why. I have a full video about advantage and how you can really use it to cook defenders. I'll have that for you at the end. But for now, remember, one of the easiest ways to create that is by moving fast. If you can make a quick pass up ahead, do it. Especially in 3-on-3 when you're clearing area. You'll be surprised how many times you can pass it out to the 3 and then a pass straight back and you have the most wide open layup of your life. So don't give the defense time to set or think about how they're going to defend you. You don't want to be playing chess over here if you can help it. But yeah, warning, don't rush also. Don't simply chuck it off. Before passing, make sure the lane is open and that you can get that pass through. Or if you're going to dribble through, make sure you're not running into 3 people.
Oh my god, what retarded nonsense was I trying to do there?
See, at the end of the day, it's about balance. You need to look around and then you need to think faster and act faster than your opponent. That's all. You learn these game sense fundamentals as you play more and more. Heck, I am still learning quite a lot even after playing for damn near 10 years. But keeping all of these ideas in mind will help you learn a little bit faster. You know, and same thing with your skill fundamentals also. Although there your coach will probably teach you a few things. Damn, I've seen a lot of kids who don't really understand all of this, but once you tell them, it's like you gave them some big cheat code or something, they play that much better. So yeah, machas, always try to understand why you're doing something. Next time you watch a pro game, don't just watch the highlights or the move itself. Watch the build-up and all the stuff that happens before it that makes such a move possible. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and turn on all notifications. I hope to bring you more basketball stuff like this.